How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. I just opened up my Porsche Boxster door, a 2001 year. The door handle spring appears to have broken where if you opened up the door latch, it does not retract back into its original position. I took it apart a little bit already, so if you open it up like this, you see, it needs to use a spring or something and go back in there. There's one screw underneath this this hinge over here. I had to remove this cover. There's no screw that attaches to this. There's one screw right here. This thing comes apart, you just pull it off, and this little light thing pulls apart easily. And the rest of it over here is attached by these little plastic peg thingies, and you can just pull them, yank them pretty hard, and then they come apart. But the thing is, when you try to remove this panel, in there is a side airbag thing. I'm not sure how to remove that, but you see, this is the spring that holds it in place. What was broken was this little bit over here. This used to be straight, and there's this little hook. And what I did was just kind of re-bent this, you know, just trying to see if it works. I think this is going to work. And then I can just reinstall it. It's going to be a little bit shorter, so the tension will be a little bit stronger. I think it should work okay. This little sleeve thing is just so that the metal won't rub against anything else. Let me show you how it's attached inside. I'm looking from above over here. Inside, there's that little hook. That's one side of the spring. The bigger end of the spring goes on this side, and then it comes all the way over here, and it attaches to this little hook over here. There's no hook really, there's just a little position for that spring to grab onto. If I pull on the handle over here, and it's gonna grab onto this little spot right there. All I did was just use a pair of pliers like this and bent the end around, and I'm gonna try and install this back on. My method of attachment will be easily attach one side without tension, and then I'm gonna use this little hook, this little piece of string, and pull on this. So that went relatively well. I was just really tugging on this thing, maybe about 10 pounds of force or so. If you try to do this with pliers, it's gonna be really hard, so do think about using a piece of string. Now this piece of string is stuck in there. I just gotta convince it to come off. So instead I have cut off that little piece of string, and I use some pliers to pull that string off rather than try to unloop it. It's much easier to cut it off. So now let me pull on it and see if it works. Yeah, it feels a little bit tighter than usual. I'd say this is a pretty big success. I've been closing my car and this thing would come loose, and it would always say, oh, your door is open. So I always have to carefully push this back after I open the door, and then carefully push the door closed so that this thing won't pop out. If it pops out, you know, maybe once out of 4 times, I have to open the door again, push this back in, and then close the door. So now it's fixed. Awesome. So that's an interesting fix, and it seems like I needed to loosen some of this stuff so I can actually pry this open. The whole panel actually won't come off all that easily. I don't really need to do that, and I'm still able to fix this, so I don't only want to take it apart as much as I want. So thanks for watching this video. I upload all kinds of do-it-yourself videos on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe over here. Thanks for watching.